You can take the same supplement as another man and get completely different results, and the reason has nothing to do with luck, age, or genetics. It has everything to do with something almost no one explains before you buy. Most men start ProstaVive with one question in mind, even if they don't say it out loud. How long until I actually feel something? Some expect results in a few days, others think it will take months. And many give up too early because they misunderstand what's really happening inside their body during the first weeks. If you want the honest timeline, without hype, without exaggeration, and without false promises, this is where things finally get clear. ProstaVive does not work like a painkiller. It does not flip a switch overnight. And if you understand how it works, you dramatically increase your chances of success and avoid frustration, refunds, and disappointment. Let's talk about what really happens after you take ProstaVive, week by week, and why patience plays a bigger role than most men realize. Prostate issues don't appear suddenly. They develop slowly, often over years, so expecting an instant fix sets you up for failure before you even begin. The first thing you need to understand is that ProstaVive was designed to support the prostate at the root level, not mask symptoms. That difference changes everything about the timeline. Many men come to ProstaVive after trying quick solutions that promise fast relief, but never last. They've tried pills that work for a few hours and then wear off. They've tried cutting fluids at night, avoiding certain foods, or living with constant discomfort. ProstaVive takes a different path. Instead of forcing the body to react, it supports natural processes that have been under stress for years. That's why the question isn't just, how long does ProstaVive take to work? The real question is, what does working actually look like? Because for most men, the first changes are subtle, and if you don't know what to look for, you might miss them completely. During the first 7 to 14 days, most men do not experience dramatic changes. This is where many people make a mistake. They assume nothing is happening. But internally, the body is beginning to respond. Inflammation levels start to shift. Blood flow begins to normalize. Nutrients that support prostate health are finally reaching areas that were neglected for a long time. You may notice small signs. Slightly less pressure, a calmer feeling in the lower abdomen, or maybe better sleep without fully understanding why. These are not placebo effects. They are early signals that the body is adjusting. By the end of the second week, some men report fewer nighttime bathroom trips. Not zero, not perfect, just fewer. That's important, because progress with ProstaVive is usually gradual, not dramatic. Between weeks 3 and 4, the changes become easier to notice. This is when many men say something like, "I didn't realize how bad it was until it started getting better." Urinary flow may feel more consistent. Urgency may decrease. The constant awareness of the prostate begins to fade into the background. This stage is critical, because this is where expectations matter the most. Men who understand the process continue. Men who expect instant results often stop here, even though they are closer than they think. ProstaVive works by supporting long-term balance, not short-term stimulation. That's why stopping early resets the process. Around the 30-day mark, many users experience what can be described as stabilization. Symptoms don't disappear completely, but they stop getting worse. And for many men, that alone feels like relief. Stabilization is a sign that the prostate environment is improving, inflammation is under better control, pressure is reduced. From days 30 to 60, this is where consistent users usually feel the most noticeable improvements. Sleep improves because nighttime interruptions decrease. Daily comfort improves because urgency becomes less frequent. Confidence improves because life no longer revolves around bathroom access. This phase rewards consistency. Skipping doses or stopping altogether can slow or reverse progress. By the second month, men who respond well to ProstaVive often describe feeling more normal again. Not perfect, but functional, comfortable, and in control. This is also when many realize that prostate support is not just about urination. It affects energy, mood, and even mental focus. Better sleep alone can change how you feel during the day. Now, let's talk about the 3-month mark, because this is where expectations must be realistic. Prostate health does not rebuild overnight. It requires sustained support. Men who use ProstaVive for 90 days or more often report the most stable and lasting results. This is where improvements tend to hold instead of fluctuating. At this stage, the body has had enough time to respond, adapt, and reinforce healthier patterns. Inflammation is better regulated, blood flow is more efficient, and symptoms are less likely to return quickly. This is why many men choose longer supply options from the official website. Not because results take forever, but because results build over time. It's also important to understand that not all men experience the same timeline. Body chemistry matters, lifestyle matters, diet matters, consistency matters. Men with mild symptoms may feel relief sooner. Men with long-standing issues may need more time. That doesn't mean ProstaVive isn't working. It means the body is responding at its own pace. One of the biggest mistakes men make is comparing themselves to online comments. Someone else's experience is not a guarantee of your own. What matters is progression, not speed. Another common question is whether ProstaVive stops working after a while. For most men, the opposite is true. Results tend to improve and stabilize with continued use, especially when combined with basic lifestyle awareness, drinking enough water, avoiding excessive caffeine late in the day, maintaining simple consistency. These small choices amplify the effects of ProstaVive instead of fighting against it. Now, let's be honest about expectations. ProstaVive is not a miracle cure. It does not promise instant transformation, and anyone who expects overnight results will likely be disappointed. But for men who understand that prostate health is a process, not a switch, ProstaVive offers a realistic and sustainable path forward. The goal is not perfection. The goal is improvement, stability, and control. If you judge ProstaVive too early, you rob yourself of the benefits that come with patience. The men who see the best results are usually the ones who commit to the full process and allow their body the time it needs. That's why understanding the timeline before starting matters so much. It protects you from unrealistic expectations and unnecessary frustration. If you're asking how long ProstaVive takes to work, the honest answer is this. You may notice early changes within the first few weeks. Clear improvements often appear within 30 to 60 days, and the most stable results usually come after consistent use over 90 days. That's not slow, that's realistic. And realism is what creates lasting results. If you decide to try ProstaVive, make sure you're getting it from the official website. That's the only place where authenticity, quality control, and guarantees apply. The official link is available in the video description. Click there to learn more and make sure you're ordering the real product. Thanks for listening, take care of your health, and I'll see you next time.